Hello, good morning. I am Professor Cristina Campoy. I am Professor of Pediatrics at the University of Granada, Spain, and actually I am the coordinator of a Nutrimenthe European project. Well, actually, nowadays, the effect of the diet and nutrition on the mental performance of children, it becomes a very important topic all over the world. Why this? Which is the reason for this? The reason is because the neurodevelopment of the children are really important, because it will have a very big impact on the society. It is necessary that we provide the best recommendations for children and also for their mothers during pregnancy in order to achieve the optimal neurodevelopment, because the children in that way will achieve the optimal level of intelligence, of cognition, and also to prevent behavior problems. Nowadays it's unbelievable not to think that consortium like the one we have achieved with Nutrimenthe is not necessary. It is always better to have a large cohort of children involved, and also to be able to study cultural influences from different countries, which is also expressed, for example, in the lifestyle, the way you eat, and the different aspects of development and socioeconomical issues. So it is important to have a big consortium like that to have good results. And because of that, the European Commission is trying with the programs they have to improve the contact between researchers in the field, multidisciplinary teams who can offer their expertise from the different point of views in order to achieve the better results. It has been demonstrated that the mother's diet could influence very much on brain development. As we can imagine, the fetal brain is the organ more sensible to changes depending on mother's nutrition. Because of that, it is a major topic to study how different nutrients who have functional actions very important for the brain development are correctly given to the mothers by the diet. Also, in early stages of life, like the first year of life, within the first months, these moments are critical also for brain development. So it is most of our children within Nutrimenthe comes from other studies who has begun several years ago, where we have been following up the mothers with or without supplements they have received, dietetic supplements, and now we are having, after 10 years of follow-up, several important results of that, because from the problem with this kind of studies is that are very expensive. Actually, we have involved around 20,000 children from all Europe in the Nutrimenthe project, and this could provide us a lot of very useful information, and specifically the effect of early diet on the long-term neurodevelopment. So it is very important. It is very important the early stages of life, because the brain is very sensible in that moment. So we need to be sure that our recommendations arrive to all consumers and all people, to let them know that mothers should program their diet before to become pregnant. and should also continue during pregnancy having a healthy diet and making possible the better outcome for her baby, her offspring. Most of the studies who has began from pregnancy or from early life, the follow-up has been shortened because, as I said before, these studies are very expensive. So, as many factors during development could affect cognition, the final level of cognition, it is important to have long-term follow-up, knowing all factors influencing from the very beginning, and just to know the effect of during early life, and if this effect is maintained long-term, because otherwise all the recommendations and the interventions during early life should not make any sense, because if after this intervention there are other factors during growing, during the years of growing of the brain, so there is no sense to make any recommendations in early life. But with the Nutrimenthe project, we have seen with this large cohort and this large follow-up that this is true. There are some factors, important factors and important nutrients during early life who exert an important effect, such important effect that independently of other factors during the infant life and the childhood life, this effect is maintained beyond the infancy, is maintained up to the age of 10 years. And that means this age is very important because it's the age where more than 90% of the brain is already finished, even almost 100, and all the executive functions, for example, are becoming very important. So if such effect has these long-term consequences, probably we can say that recommendations, we can say with science evidence, that recommendations during pregnancy and early life for a better nutrition will have a very strong effect. Well, from my point of view, the most important legacy for Nutrimenthe project is that for the first time we have joined together people from 8 countries, different countries. We have been able to develop a tool for brain assessment, brain development assessment, and we have been able to develop the same protocol for all these countries in 8 languages, and we have been able to analyze 1,050 children with the same methodology. This will permit us to see how culture, how diet in the different places in Europe exert or not influence on our children's brain development. So the legacy of Nutrimenthe, because of that effort we have made, but also because the important results emerging from the different projects will go beyond the project, making a lot of stimulating new ideas, emerging new stimulating ideas to develop further research in the future, in perhaps in a different way that we have been until now.